It now.
Okay. All right, sure.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. So I think
Welcome.
I would have to go back and share my screen again. Can you see my screen?
Yes, please, I can see it.
Okay. Okay. So everyone, welcome to my session. Basically, this is going to be a discussion, right? I'm going to start off just with a basic story, and then after that, we'll get into a discussion because most of you actually already use AI, and it would be good if we can share ideas and learn from one another, even as we are looking at the relevance of AI to people who do not find themselves specifically within tech. Okay. So this is a story that I'm going to tell you about a lady known as Amma, who is an administrative assistant. She works in an office, and this was her life before AI. She had long days. She had a lot of work on the table, lots of reports to read, and she has limited time. She has very little tools to use for her job. So on a day to day, you see that Alma has a lot of emails that she needs to respond to. As to whether some of the emails have something to do with her work directly, she still needs to read it first before she can be able to decide if it has something to do with her. She has meeting schedules that she has to make sure that they are always on time and do not clash. She has reports that she needs to generate herself. And because of this work, she spends so much time in the office. And at the end of the day, she's literally burnt out. It's like she doesn't have much of a work-life balance. When it comes to working with spreadsheets, she has a lot of data that she has to be copying in between spreadsheets. And over time, she gets tired and she can't even focus. As a result of that, she keeps on making mistakes and her reports keep on having errors in there. Of course, management wouldn't be happy with this, right? So at the end of the day, virtually Amma has no time for herself. She has no time to upskill herself, and she feels like she's not being innovative. Meanwhile, Amma has a lot of potential, but all this potential is hidden in the background. What possibly can Amma do? So Amma decides that she'll attend an AI workshop for non-tech professionals, and this really sparked her creativity and curiosity. So after attending the workshop, she had a lot of ideas, and she felt like actually AI could be a partner for her. So when she started working the following week, she tried a number of things out. The first thing she did was to allow AI help her with scheduling of her meetings so that she doesn't have the meetings clashing and not being able to make time for all the meetings that she needs to attend to. So as a result of this, her calendar was organized perfectly. Emails. There's absolutely no day that Amma receives less than 10 emails a day. And most of those emails are very long in length. Now, Amma discovered that she could allow AI to summarize these emails for her so that she knows what tasks needs to be fulfilled on her side and if there are any deadlines that she needs to meet should be up to the task. Amma also decided that AI was a good companion to help her with drafting her reports, writing her memos, and as a result of this, she just has to do less revisions because AI does the first draft and then she just revises it and she's good to go. So Amma grew in confidence with regards to using AI and also in confidence with regards to her work, being the right person to do the job. Interestingly, Amma works in a global team, and you have people in other countries who do not speak English. But Amma needs to communicate with all these people. So what she does is she uses AI to help with her translation. And then as a result of this, she's able to communicate with people from other countries and they're able to work collaboratively. Now, one major headache for Amma was meetings because usually when it comes to meetings, she needs to be writing notes, make sure that she virtually records what people said and the actions that need to be taken after the meeting. When Amma discovered how to use AI, she made sure AI recorded the meeting and generated transcripts from the meeting with the various action points. Therefore, Amma could focus on the meeting and give her input rather than focusing on writing notes for the meetings. Amma also decided that an AI tutor was a good partner for her to learn new skills. So she decided that she needed to improve on her visualization skills and decided to use AI as a partner for learning. So so Amma, Amma was able to use AI as a companion for learning. Because of that, she was able to learn new skills on the job. Okay. Now, because she has learned how to use AI, it's very easy for her to get instant state status updates on works that she has done or things that are pending. So literally, Amma has a companion to chat with regarding office work. And this companion seems to be an expert in her work, the kind of things she does, because the AI has been trained on the data that is from her company. So the AI knows a lot more about her work that she could possibly imagine. So Amma just asks the AI questions and then the AI responds with answers from the data available within the company. Now Amma has enough time on her hands to relax because AI has helped her with the repetitive tasks. And now she seems to be living a healthy work-life balance and has time to undertake other activities apart from work. So Amma decided that she was going to help others also embrace AI with confidence. So she shared her story and showed others how to use AI so that they can also improve upon their productivity when it comes to AI. So at this point, I'm just going to pause and I'm going to open the floor. Let's talk about the ways that we have used AI in the work that we do in our businesses, even in our personal lives. These are just use cases that I've given to you from Ama's perspective. And in fact, I have also used, I found myself in all these use cases. One of the things that I use personally has to do with meeting recording transcripts. So when I'm in meeting, because I work with people from different backgrounds, sometimes we all have different accents, right? And it's very difficult to understand some people on the go. But what I find really helpful is that after the meeting, AI seems to be able to capture exactly what the people were saying. But at the time of the meeting, I just couldn't understand what some of the people were saying. And AI is able to summarize the meeting for me and tell me what are the actions on my part, the actions that I need to take. And it's very easy. I don't miss out on the actions. Then I can be able to follow up on the deadlines that I have. So at this moment, I would like us to just discuss, open the floor, and if anyone has some use case, specific use case that you want to share with us, let's discuss it. And after that, I'm going to show you a couple of few more use cases for businesses and others. Thank you. So I'm opening the floor right now. Anybody ready to share? I'm sure we are not new to AI, right? So definitely we all have experiences. Am I the only one over here?
Okay, can I speak?
Yes, go ahead.
Uh, Particularly, I'm not really used much. I think
Mhm.
if quite a few moments, ChatGPT maybe
Yeah.
to look at some particular sentences when I'm writing a very serious email. I don't want to make mistake.
Hmm.
To make sure my English is right, that the person at the other end can understand very well.
Yes.
Recently, a colleague introduced me to, I'm a scientist, I do research.
Hmm.
And one of the things, I have not tried it, but it's very interesting to know that we have a statistical package called R, where you need to
Yes.
code and then you can
Yeah.
analyze your data. And
Hmm.
apparently, you can get those codes by telling the AI about your data, and then it can
Yes.
generate the code. So I'm yet to try it, but that is what a colleague introduced me to, and we are so fascinated to know that this can work that way. Okay.
Yes. That is true. And I think you should try R. R is a programming language. So basically, R has been designed to work with data, right? But mainly focus for scientific works. So it's just like learning any new language, right? It takes time. However, you can let AI guide you through it. You can tell AI, okay, I want to analyze this data. However, I want to do it in this particular language, R. Can you do A, B, C, D for me in this language? And AI will generate the code for you. You put it in the R studio, and then R will now give you the graphics and everything that you are looking for, the insights that you are looking for. So that is a good use case. Thank you for sharing. Anyone else?
Hi,
Hi.
okay, my name is Caroline. So
Yes.
I'm into media, content creation, voiceovers, and everything communications and media. So
Mhm.
um, I'm a mom as well. So now my schedule is like crazily busy. So when
Mhm.
people ask for like voiceovers and scripts and all that, I used to, have a time that I'll sit down and brainstorm, and all that. But now I can just tell it that, okay, this person wants this. These are the details. And then it just gives me, if I'm not okay with it, I try to tell it to give me a better version. And then I still tweak it till I'm satisfied with it. And sometimes regarding content creation, I ask it to write a script for me, because sometimes you have to schedule some posts for like the whole week, and you're not now going to sit down and spend the whole night about it. So I just tell it that do this for me, and then it lists it down, and it breaks it down, and you can have more time. It saves you more time. You can clarify or make your thoughts clearer. And yeah, I think so far so good.
So would you say AI has saved you at least maybe 60% of the time you used to spend on such tasks?
So the 60%, it saved me some time,
Some
yes.
time. Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't know about the
The
percentage, but
percentage. Okay.
it's
But it's quite
so far so
significant,
good.
I guess.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
quite significant. Yeah.
Great. Thank you for sharing, Caroline.
You're
Anyone
welcome.
else?
Hello, good
Yes.
evening.
Yeah, Audrey. Let's hear you.
I'm Audrey and I'm working as a research assistant.
Okay.
And I tend to use AI tools frequently. For example, when I have to make slides for my supervisor, I could just put in an outline into an AI tool and it's able to generate slides based on the content that I presented. So currently I use Gamma AI. I've
Okay.
also used Rema AI to create a landing page before for a product, like a
Okay.
website. That's in addition to my regular use of AI to just understand
Yeah.
and then learn when I have any questions. I just instantly type the question and get a good answer from the chatbot.
Great. That's an interesting use case. Thank you for sharing, Audrey. Thank you very much. Anyone else? Anyone else wants to share?
Hello, good evening. Please can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay, please, I'm Doreen. I'm a master's student at University of Ghana. So I use AI for my research work. I'm currently working on my thesis, and I use it to help me in ideation. So like if I want to ideate like what I'm working on, I use AI to assist me and also to help me quickly read through papers because it's quite daunting. So it gives me the relevant areas, and then it also helps me save time and know which particular papers to focus on, like to give my time to. Yeah, that's it for me.
Thank you very much for sharing, Doreen. So it looks like we are having different perspective, right? People studying, students, people working, scientists, business owners, quite very diverse use of AI. Anyone else care to share?
Hello.
Hi.
So I'm Nora and I'm an entrepreneur. Usually I'm into clothing and fashion. So most of the time when you take pictures of the actual product, it doesn't really attract customers as it ought to. So I use AI, specifically ChatGPT, to model the dresses or pajamas, such that when customers see, they are able to connect and know, okay, this is how it looks on me when I get it. So it sort of increases sales, most of the time you'll be posting the pictures and it looks like no one is showing interest. But the moment you try to model it with ChatGPT on an AI tool, they feel attracted to buy it or have such a collection in their wardrobe. Yeah, so
Wow.
that's it.
Wow. That's an interesting use case, Nora. Thanks for sharing. Modeling. Interesting. I hope we are getting ideas of how others are using AI. And this will also help. We can take a couple more. So if there are at least two people who are ready to share, please feel free and share.
Hi,
Hi.
can you hear me?
Yes,
David,
we can
David
hear you.
here.
All right. Please go
Yes,
ahead.
so I think personally too, I mean, AI has saved me a lot on every front.
Mm,
Uh, I mean, in my line of work, I'm an insurer, and in my line of work, handling of claims is one very can be a tricky one,
mm,
especially claims that are not admissible. I mean, if a claim is not, you are not liable and you are not going to pay, you
mhm,
need to communicate to the client why you are not paying and give your reasons. And
mm,
that is a very key duty because I mean it's an unpleasant news, and most clients it's very likely they'll hand over to a lawyer and come back
mm,
and battle you.
mm,
But I've found AI to be quite helpful. I mean, you have an idea, being a professional, you know what you want to write,
yes.
you know what you are thinking about. But I've realized that prompting AI with the scenario
Mm,
and giving AI our document and everything
mm,
helps me come up with a very, should I say, tight
mm.
repudiation letter.
Okay.
And the number of times that I've deployed AI to handle very complex cases, the
Mm,
people almost never come back because it's like you end up getting a very tight solution. The
mm,
letter is quite well written. It reads through your whole policy document and is able
mm,
to fish out the relevant portions to support your point. So
mm.
it's quite helpful. That for me, that's one area that I found is very helpful. Of course, I make use of AI in other things,
Yeah.
replying people's emails, summarizing for presentations. So I mean, even data analysis, there are various AIs that I make use of on a daily basis. But
Mm,
I think the one I find most fascinating and helpful at the moment is its ability to serve like a pseudo lawyer as well
mm,
as an insurer and
mm,
just give you the right advice
mm,
and proper answer
mm,
and also educate you even on the anything you want to find out. Previously, when I'm not too sure about something, I have a few experts in quotes that I'll need to bounce ideas off to find out what they think about the situation. Now I don't call them again.
You
It's
have
just
your
a
own
matter of
plan.
feeling. Exactly. I have my own experts. In fact, I when I'm not sure, I use multiple models. I use
Yes.
various models to see what they are all saying about the scenario, and
Mhm.
it's all almost always the accuracy is very high and very helpful. Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you very much. So we'll come to that aspect where you have to make the final decision by yourself, right? AI will give you information, all right, but at the end of the day, you have to make the final decision, and AI will not be liable for whatever outputs they give you. Sometimes the AI even gives us a disclaimer. All right. Can we have maybe the last person share? Anyone ready to share? If someone even have an experience, maybe with regards to law, if there are any lawyers over here, their experiences in using AI or maybe people in the medical field, any, please feel free. Any last takers?
Hello, everyone.
Yes.
My name is Yao. So I'm a tech person, but I'm only speaking because he asked for about lawyers.
Yes.
So because I'm a tech person, I'm not very abreast when it comes to legal issues. And when I have to do contracts, I'd normally pick the contract the client has given, dump it into ChatGPT or any of the models, and ask it to look for loopholes and give me a response that I can use to cover or respond back to the client with whatever has to be redone. And I don't have to call lawyers again. My work is done.
You don't have to call lawyers again.
Yeah,
That's
then
quite
in
better.
cases where I have to write the contracts, I'd give it a prompt, give it what I expect, what the scope of work is,
Great.
and ask it to use the Ghana legal system. And it would give me a contract.
Yeah.
I give it to the client, they go through, they come back with feedback. I go back and say, here's some feedback, correct it, and then we are done.
Great.
I've saved myself some legal fees.
Thank you. Thank you for saving yourself some legal fees. And on that note, we'll take a look at also AI prompting framework, which will help you guide you in terms of how you can frame your prompts so that you get the best out of AI. Okay, so thank you everyone for sharing. I think the examples were very insightful, and I'm sure we have learned a thing or two that we can take away. So I'll continue with the slides. So as you can see, in this situation, we have a lot of AMEs in this webinar, right? And obviously AI didn't replace any one of you, but AI actually empowered you to do your job, to be better at what you do. Fortunately, you didn't get replaced by AI. So you and AI are actually the future. And that is what Amma has to say. So Amma says, Akpena Mikata, thank you. And by the way, all these slides were generated by AI. I had to prompt it to generate these slides for me. Okay? And this was the prompt that I use. So I told AI, I need to make a presentation on the topic, the relevance of AI to the professional in a non-tech role. My audience is a youth group. Prepare a PowerPoint presentation based on the topic in a storytelling format with appropriate visuals. Use a persona called Amma, who is an administrative assistant. There should be less text accompanying the visuals, and the presentation should be styled according to the theme. Preferably, the visuals should be cartoon-styled illustrations for each slide. I had to revise this prompt quite a number of times to get what I really wanted. So this was what I did in order to come up with the slides that I have. And so this is the framework that you can follow if you also want to generate any prompts that you can use in any AI studio or any AI tool, right? So first we have what is known as the tags. The tags refers to what you want AI to do, right? So if I want AI to write a report, the report writing is the task. Okay. Then next we have the context. Now the context is what we want the task should be about. Okay, if there is a particular way of doing something. So if I say, okay, write, so for instance, let's go back to my how do you call it, prompt. My context in this particular case is the audience that I'm talking to. So I said my audience is a youth group. That is a context. Okay, I'm giving the AI the context. So which means that whatever you are doing, whatever you are giving out, it should suit my audience. I am not writing for people who are 90 years and above. No. Okay, so AI will take into consideration that context. So you need a context. Then references. Now, references has to do with if you have a particular way of doing something, you provide that as a reference for the AI to work with. So if I say, okay, AI, this is how we write reports in our company. We follow ABC format, EFG style. If I write all of that, AI will take that into consideration and make sure it generates that whatever content you want it to generate with that reference in mind. In fact, the reference could be a document, a full document guide, or it could be something online, or it could actually be another file that you say that, hey, model it after this particular file. So that file then becomes a reference. Then we move on to the fourth element, which is evaluate. Now, at this point, you are to evaluate whatever the AI gives you. So you have provided the AI with a task, a context, a reference. It gives you an output. You need to evaluate it and see, has the AI really done a good job? If the AI has done a good job, you're okay. If the AI hasn't done a good job and you feel that, well, the output can be tweaked a little bit, then we move to the next step, the final step, which is iteration, which means that you have to go back to the very first one and probably take a look at the task. Do I need to define the task? Do I need to fine tune the task for the AI? Do I need to give it more context? Do I need to provide it with more references? Okay. So this is what is known as the prompt framework. And this was developed by Google. So you can use this to help you. A short acronym to help you is what I have put into the bracket. Thoughtfully create really excellent inputs. So it's just an acronym to help you to remember the prompt framework. So you can use this as a guide when you are writing your own AI prompts. Last but not the least, we should also know that sometimes AI will not give you the report, will not give you accurate work. For instance, if you look at this slide, do you notice something about it? Something that is actually not accurate? Has anyone spotted something? If you spotted something, you can just go ahead and mute yourself and just talk about it.
It says certainly instead of certainly.
Exactly. And this is something that you may actually, if this was to be a lot of text, you may be focused so much on the visual that you may not actually notice it. So this was one of the illustrations it generated for me, and I realized that there was an error in there. So I had to discard it. And then this one, I have no clue what language it is. Whether it's a mixture of English and German. So you can see AI can make mistakes, but then you will have to be on the lookout. You would have to take responsibility and correct whatever mistakes that are generated. Okay? All right. So thank you all for this opportunity to present this to you. So now we go to questions and answers. The floor is open. Yeah, Benedicta, over to you.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Gadawusu. That was very insightful. Yeah, personally, I've also used AI to help me in my research work. So AI is helping everybody. The floor is opened. If you have any question, Mr. Gadawusu is ready to help us.
Yes, there's the hand up. Matheson, yeah.
Yeah, Matheson, please go ahead.
Yes, please. Thank you very much. Sorry, I'm under the weather, so a bit. So thank you, Collins. I first of all, I have two questions. My first question is, so what AI tool did you use in creating this slide? And then the second one is about having to compare the AI tools and making reference to the highly rated ones that can give you a more accurate information, even when you may not have all the time to test the other tools to be sure with the output that you are looking for. From your testing of the various models, which one would you, because now we have a lot of them in the system.
Yeah.
So which of them do you find as a more efficient and more reliable in terms of the accuracy of the information that you get out of it? Thank you.
All right, thank you. So when I started preparing this slide, I started with ChatGTP. However, after about 4 slides, it told me I had reached the limit, right? And I was like, okay, and I needed to wait for 24 hours to be able to generate the additional slides. Then I realized that it occurred to me that I had an enterprise version of ChatGPT. This is from Microsoft. Microsoft has embedded it into its products, but the the underlying tool is basically ChatGPT. So basically, that is what I use for this particular AI tool, for this particular presentation. Now, when it comes to the various models, some models are very good at particular tasks. What happens is that over time, scientists come up with what is known as a benchmark. And most often than not, even the AI tools themselves, whenever they release a model, they release their own benchmark to say that, okay, we perform better on task A, B, C, D than this particular other model from our competitor. So for instance, when it comes to writing code, ChatGPT does very well. And it's not only ChatGPT. I mean, all the others, they do very well. But the good news is that most of these, especially the well-known ones, they become so good to the extent that the differences are very negligible. So it really doesn't change much which one you decide to use. However, what you need to do is just pick about 3 of them, maybe the top ones. Okay. If you want to use DeepSeek, DeepSeek is available. We have Google Gemini is also available, and of course, ChatGPT and others. You can pick these three, give them a particular prompt, and evaluate the response from all of them. And it's interesting to know that maybe for one particular prompt, one particular model might do better, but for another prompt, another model might perform better on that particular task than the other models. So I can't tell you that use this specific one. Your need is going to determine which one will help you, but you need to do the evaluation yourself at any given point in time. But when it comes to things like writing code, generally most of them are good. They do very well on that. And of course, there are AI tools that are also tailored specifically for particular tasks. Okay. So now let me go to the second part of the presentation just to show you some few videos. Just 1 minute and 2 minutes, and then the other one is 5 minutes long. And then let's take a look at what others are also doing with ChatGPT. Okay, so let me exit this mode. And okay.
Take a look at what we are about to create in this video.
Can you hear? Were you able to hear the
Yes.
audio? Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'm going to start this.
Take a look at what we are about to create in this video.
Beautiful people, my name is Esther, and welcome to Esther's Hair Collections, where your beauty dreams truly come alive. Are you tired of searching for that perfect hair that just feels right? Or maybe you're looking for nails that make a statement everywhere you go. At Esther's, we've carefully curated the finest human hair and premium synthetic blends, from bouncy curls to sleek straight styles, and even those gorgeous kinky textures. Whatever look you desire, we have the quality that lasts, shines, and turns heads. No more worries about tangling or shedding. No, just pure, luxurious beauty.
This tutorial.
Now, this video we just watched was generated using Google View 3. So imagine if you're a small business and you can use this AI tool. What does that mean? It means you can generate your own promotional videos, right? And this will definitely go a long way to help your business. Let's look at a second one. This is also very short. And this is much more for the entertainment bits. And I'm sure most of you have seen this one around a lot.
Anyone can create this AI talking baby video, and you can do it with your phone. First, get the image you want to talk to. Baby version, take it to ChatGPT, make sure that GPT-4 is selected, upload the image, and then enter this prompt here. Create image, turn this person to a baby in a podcast studio. The aspect ratio should be 9:16, and boom, we have this. Next, we're going to go to Hydra. We are going to make that image talk. So click on video, upload the image, upload the audio. This should be what you want the baby to say. Then select the resolution, select the aspect ratio, enter this prompt, and boom, anyone can create.
So you see? So this video shows you how to create something of this sort. And I'm sure most of us have seen this, a lot of this. I don't know if you've seen some with the former presidents and even our current president talking in baby forms. So this is what the process they go through in making such videos. And now we go to the last one, which affects music. With this, I find this very interesting. This is about 5 minutes, so let's just watch it. And then after that, we'll continue with the questions and answers.
In this video, I'm going to show you how I created this AI music video. Let's watch. Sweet like sugar, they know, like good life. We dey ball every day, no pay, no. Now God they guide my way. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Got a good life where we dey live. Every day we dey thank God for this. Oh, much stress now, vibes and peace. We dey chop like say not this show. This is beautiful. Don't worry, I'm going to play the full video later in this video. But for now, I'm going to show you step by step how I created this video and how you can do it too. My name is Charles. Let's get started. To get started, the first thing we're going to need is the music for the music video. I don't have any music, so I'm going to generate a song. I'm going to go to ChatGPT and say, write an Afrobeat song about good life. And as you can see, ChatGPT has given me the lyrics to the song that I want to generate. So you can see here, this is the lyrics, Life Sweet Like Sugar Cane, and the title is Good Life, like I gave it. And you can see this is the chorus. Now the good life we will live. Oh, don't mind me. I don't know how to sing. All right. Or do I? All right. And here you can see the verse from Lagos to Accra. And the pre-chorus, see the way we dey glow. Money long like, let's see what AI is going to do with these lyrics. So I'm going to take these lyrics to a music generation platform So the platform is called suno.com. It's called Suno AI. So what this platform does is you give it the lyrics of any song, or you can just give it the lyrics and it's going to produce the song for you with instrumental and vocals. And this is royalty-free music. And also, if you want to generate instrumentals with this platform, Suno AI, you can generate instrumentals maybe for your videos, not just music videos, for any creative work that you're doing. I use this platform a lot to like get background sounds, background music and all that. So the first thing we're going to do is to click on create. And then here, we are going to leave this off. You can see if you just want instrumental, you're going to turn this on, but I don't need instrumental, so I'm going to leave this off. And then I'm going to paste the lyrics. Let me go back and copy these lyrics. So I'm going to copy the lyrics to the song. So you can see, just do this. Remember, you have to copy this to a Google Sheet. So I'm going to copy this here and paste it on a Google Sheet before I paste it on Suno AI, so that I'll be able to remove certain things. Because if I post it like that, it's just going to generate the song with all the verses and chorus guides that are there. So I'm just going to copy this and then paste it on a Google Doc. So I'm just going to copy this here. It doesn't have verse, chorus, and all those guides on the lyrics. So I'm going to copy this and then go back to Suno and paste the lyrics here. And then for style, what you're going to do here is to enter the type of music. You can generate calypso, alternative rock, R&B, K-pop or Afrobeat. So I'm going to write Afrobeat music. I can just add amapiano. Did I spell it correctly? Amapiano. Yep. Amapiano. And next thing is just to hit create. And boom, right here, you can see it's generated 4 styles. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, generated 4 samples. So let's play the first one that it has generated for us. I feel like sugar cane. We the ball every day, no pain. I got the guide my will. Oh yeah. Not the good life, but we the evil. Every day we the danger for this show. No more stress, no fights, I'm bliss. So I'm not gonna use this. I want something lively. This is it. This is the one. Good night. Good night. We the ball every day, no pain. I got the guide my will. Oh yeah. Yeah. All right. So now, I guess you've seen examples of how AI is even affecting our music. So pretty soon, some of the gospel songs that we may be listening to will be generated with the help of AI. Okay? And some of you can also go ahead and start creating your own gospel songs with the help of AI. So AI just opens a world of possibilities, but that is left up to your imagination. All right, so we go ahead with the questions and answers.
Okay, so John Ann was asking, I have a question in line with this, with Martinson's question. What differentiates the different AI tools?
What differentiates the different AI tools? It's all marketing and the niche the owners claim that their tool is better at, right? So it's just like how we have a Mercedes, we have a Benz, we have Toyota. At the end of the day, they are all cars, right? But some will tell you that when it comes to my car, it's about comfort. When it comes to comfort, I'm the best. Another one will tell you when it comes to speed, I am the best. Another will tell you when it comes to off-road, I am the best. The same applies to the AI tools. Some of them are very good when it comes to generating code, like programming. Some of them are also very good when it comes to just general text, English or languages. Okay? Others have been made specially for the scientific community. So they could be better in interpreting scientific stuff than other AI tools. So first, when you take any AI tool, you need to look at what exactly the creator says it is good at or is best known for, then you can use it. So for instance, when you went to the last video that I showed you, where he went to the platform that is the Sunu AI, it is dedicated towards generating music. You don't expect it to give you code. It will not work because it's not how they designed it. So now if you want to compare, then you have to compare AI tools in its own category. What are the other AI tools that can generate music? ChatGPT can generate lyrics for you, the words, but it can't generate the music, the audio, the audiovisual sounds. It cannot generate it for you because that is not what they designed it for, right? So each tool and what it was designed for. So just say Google search, give me a list of AI tools and what they are best used for, can give you a tall list and you are good to go. I hope that is clear.
Hopefully. Okay, so Phil is also asking, what are the safety usages of AI? What should we not feed it with versus what is okay to?
Yes, what should we not feed it with versus what is okay to?
There's a second part, or you take this before.
Let me take the first part.
Okay.
What should we not feed it with? And now, by default, most of the AI algorithm has been trained, majority of them have been trained to avoid certain topics that may be politically incorrect. If I can put it that way. So, for instance, you ask an AI, how can I kill my neighbor? Most AI will tell you that they are not trained to do that. So they will not give you an answer in that regard. Okay. So in general, don't expect to we don't expect you to ask AI to help you do things that are evil, things that are bad. Like, how can I rob a bank? Why do you want to rob a bank in the first place? How can I abuse something? Or how can I do something evil and not be caught? Whatever guides us in our Christian life should guide the way we use all these tools. It's as simple as that. For me, that should be the defining principle. Whatever guides me when it comes to the Bible, the Word of God, those same principles should guide me when it comes to using these tools. For instance, I can't put a picture of a friend in there and then I tell AI to generate a nude of that person. The question is, what am I going to use it for? What is my intention? Right? So these things should guide us in the way we use the tools. Don't use it for evil. Use it for good. Any tool can be used for good. Any tool can be used for evil. You decide. The same way you can use a knife to kill and you can use a knife to save, or you can use a knife in the kitchen to be of good health to you. That is the same way we can use AI for good or evil. Yes, the next question.
The next one, should we even filter any detail considering the rich AI now has across all the cyberspace?
Yes.
Should we even filter any detail considering the rich AI now has across all the cyberspace?
Yes, we need to filter details. Now, what happens is that most often than not, the prompts that we write and all of that, AI actually learns from those prompts too. So if you are providing personal information and all of that, you may not know where this personal information will go and appear. It's maybe appeared in a phrase generated for another person somewhere. So yes, we need to filter out details. Don't give out details that are not necessary to AI, especially things that define you as a person. Don't provide those things to AI. Next question,
Okay.
please.
So, what's the difference between AI, machine learning, and deep learning? And how is AI used in agriculture? Example, smart farming.
Okay. So if we are talking about AI, let's assume AI is the end product that we see. Let me put it that way. So let's assume AI is the car, okay? Then machine learning is inside AI, because when it comes to machine learning, what it means is that we are training computing resources as to how to undertake a particular task. So the AI tools that you are using, machine learning techniques were used to train them so that they can generate whatever they are generating for you. However, when it comes to deep learning, that is the bit whereby the AI is able to go deeper, learn on its own, and bring out things that we never ever thought of. So when it comes to deep learning, the AI is able to gather all the information that it has and make connections that probably you and I wouldn't even think about. So that one is much more like a much more detailed aspect of machine learning. So these are all areas that you can know about, but I mean, it means you are going deeper into the field. So if you are ready to go deeper into the field, then you can go ahead and learn about these topics. And they all have various subtopics under them. When it comes to the use of AI in agriculture, so we can talk about drones, right? Even with drones, we can use drone for spraying, but then they will have to be trained on how uh, to probably detect which plants to spray. For instance, when some plants are yellowish, we know that, okay, we have to spray just this group of plants. And they will be a bit more, they'll be much more precise than if a human being was doing it, and they can save time. So there's something known as precision agriculture when it comes to AI. You can train them in such a way that they will just follow exactly, if it's coordinates, they'll follow the exact coordinates and do whatever you want them to do within a certain area and give you the best results that you want. They can do disease detection, which human eyes may not even be able to detect, right? And they can easily find signs and symptoms of things that are wrong with their crops and be able to even advise on what's next to do. So, and some of them, you can even have AI trained to help with sorting agricultural produce and also harvesting. So the field is very broad and there are a lot of applications when it comes to the use of AI in agriculture. I think we have 2 minutes more, so maybe we can take the last.
Yes, NY, I saw your hand raised. So if you still have your question, please go ahead.
No, so mine wasn't a question. I wanted to add to what Mr. Gadawusu was saying about. I think it had to do with the data bit. So the first thing I wanted to say was personal information and having corporate pieces of information. We found out that people that use AI, a lot of corporate information is being shared now, and so people are using it in their work, but they find out that the data is being leaked. So that's the first thing. And the second thing, giving it your name, your ID details, your credit card numbers. Those are things people are giving out unknowingly. So you might want to watch it. Then there's also the bit about what tools to use. I see that a lot of people talked about research. Perplexity is a really good tool if you are into research. There's a ton of them, but what you can do is you can always go to any of the models, ChatGPT, Grok, or Gemini, and ask it to give you tools based on whatever it is you want to do, and you'll be you'll be promised a good deal.
We couldn't.